All right, so I've literally recorded this video twice, and chocolate. I love chocolate, and I've seen this trailer. I can do trailers now because I've tried to record this twice. So I'll say this: watching the movie made me really want some chocolate, and it is really good. And also, if I also give me godlike powers, I would 100% be a trickster god that would do stuff like this. Try to make cheer and joy wherever the hell I went. That would be amazing. So, I'm going to re-react to this, or watch it again. I'll talk through it, obviously. And then we'll get into the deeper of it, alright? So let's just go back here. Let's try it again.
7 years traveling the world perfecting my craft. You see, I'm something of a magician, inventor, and chocolate maker.
By magician, he means wizard. And I say this in a sense of, one, this is all flashbacks that we see. But there's a point where, like, he pretty much starts out with his top hat, and everything. He starts out with a cane that can do, like, it extends up and it has a little Wonka flag. Or it has little arms that can hold a jacket. And you put his hat on it. Or, and like, he's already making, like, amazing chocolates. Like, no.
So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that. Reverse it.
Mr. Wonka, I can see you're a man of great ingenuity.
What are you doing?
I'm making chocolate, of course. How do you like
This man takes lightning in a bottle, pretty much.
dark?
Liquid sunlight.
Nutty? Absolutely insane.
Mixes it together and makes silver lining chocolate that makes you see the silver lining in everything and gives you ideas. It's amazing.
Many people have come here to sell chocolate. They've all been crushed by the chocolate cartel.
Which I'm so happy I didn't see this trailer because, one, evil Walt Disney, but Prod Nose, Chocolate, and then Slugworths, which this does show the origin of how the Wonkas and Slugworth kind of became friends in a sense, you could say, because the Slugworth, if you remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, are the ones who tried to bribe Charlie as well as the other golden ticket holders to give up their everlasting gobstoppers to try to trick them to see like who would backstab Wonka, I guess.
Chocolate cartel. You can't get a shop without selling chocolate, and you can't sell chocolate without a shop.
No daydreaming.
And also, like I want to say about this world too, if you like Lemony Snicket's series of fortunate events, you're probably gonna like this movie too, whether it be the movie or like the show, because this movie like has that similar like cartoony, like depressing dark world where like it's like the world itself wants to beat this character down. Like it does everything in its power to try to knock him down and try to knock down the happiness, any happiness that Wonka has, tries to knock it and rip it away from him. But it does something that I like, because I really don't like stories that are that kind of world where it is just like straight depressing and all that stuff. Like it is kind of the reason why like something like Warhammer 40K, I was kind of interested in it. And then with learning about more about the lore and everything about it, I'm just like, I don't like this. Like it's everything, like the idea around it's cool, but it's so depressing and dark and all that stuff. It's like, what's the point? Like, what is the entire point of this? And then I watched some Transformers, like, oh, that's actually pretty good. But yeah, like it's like that, but
What are we gonna
that dark world. But then you have someone like
do, Willie?
Huh.
Huh?
Huh.
A double huh?
Do you have a pencil and paper?
Uh-huh.
I got an idea. I know things haven't been easy for you. They're gonna get better.
You promise?
the idea, like And that's the thing too, like Wonka, like 100% at this point is like they try to say, oh, he's a magician, that's why he could do this. This man, when he first gets there, and like he like pretty much starts off with 12, like say silver coins. So it's 12 silver coins, gives them all away pretty much, like gives away where people who need it, or like he gets a map, pays for that, drops a melon, pays for that. This kid keeps shining his shoes. At one point, Wonka has to run away, but like, leave me alone! Like, it's... Hold on, let me just check my audio real quick, because that messed up the second time. We're good. He has... Like, he loses, like, all his money, pretty much. And, like, he goes to lay down. He's like, well, I guess I'll be sleeping under a bridge today. He sits on a bench, puts his hat down, reaches in, and pulls out, like... He just reaches in and pulls out a clock, and then he pulls out a drink. He pulls out a drink, and then he pulls out a hot chocolate with like a spoon to then stir it. And again, like it's like he's already like a magician like that, and like he makes candies that make people float.
Let's find out, shall we? Who's for a hover job? Nothing to see here. Just a small group of people defying the laws of gravity.
And Keegan-Michael Key is great because he's the like police chief that's pretty much being bribed by the chocolate cartel, and it bribes only in chocolate. So every time we see him, he just
150 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
Just keeps getting fatter and fatter. And pretty much like again, like the idea that the world is always dark, because they even kind of pull like what do you call it? An American Tale, where when he's like left out in the cold or whatever, and like, you know, when he makes the chocolate or whatever, he's gonna sit on the bench outside, a guy goes, oh, you can't live here. You can't lie down here. You'll freeze to death. Then Wonka pulls the spoon out of his hot chocolate and it's frozen. He's like, huh. And they try to go bite out of it. He's like, maybe it is too cold to be here. And it takes him to a laundry house where he can stay the night. But it turns out, and like it's his friend Noodle here. His friend, let's see, where is she? His friend Noodle here helps like tells him like read the fine print of this contract they give, and Wonka's like, oh, it seems all to be in order. He signs it. It turns out the reason why he said that is because he actually can't read, and so Wonka put all his studies into chocolate making. He put all his stats into chocolate making, not reading. So the thing, a subplot is that Noodle's slowly teaching him how to read, while Wonka's slowly trying to make life better as him, Noodle, and the other people that are in indentured servitude, pretty much the workhouse, an accountant. Oh man, I forgot what she does. But an accountant, a comedian, a phone operator. Man, I forgot what she does. Sorry. Man. But yeah, they all work together to pretty much make Wonka's dream come true of selling chocolate. That way they can he's eventually make enough money to buy their freedom. And again, while it's an origin story for Wonka, it's like you see things like, you know, eventually you see him make a chocolate shop, which has all these chocolatey, you know, looks similar to like his chocolate factory, the Candyland kind of area. You see things like, you know, these hover candies, which are very similar to his like fizzy drink that he'll eventually make, his fizzy soda. You have, you know, where he meets the Oompa Loompas.
What now? Allow me to refresh your memory.
Oh, did I not finish watching the... whatever.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
We pretty much see, like, how he eventually meets the Oompa Loompas. And we also see the reason why, like, when he tries to find, you know, the next Wonka, pretty much, someone to take over for him, we see why it's a golden ticket mixed with the chocolate. It's good. Like, he is, like, again, while this world is completely dark and, like, cartoonishly dark and all that stuff, also there's part of the chocolate cartel's, like, muscle, I guess, that keeps, like, their secret chocolate reserve protected are these chocoholic priests. I'm sure there's a lot of commentary here with the rich and like the priests stuff. Like there definitely is, but you have Wonka where like if the world is dark and everything where it tries to push him down, he never lets it get to him except at one point. But that was even like it's more like for his dream, a reason for his dream or whatever. I don't even want to spoil it, but he always has this childlike wonder. He always, wants to, he's the, like, where, if the world is all dark and gloomy, he's like all the light and goodness, bringing that out to everyone. Where he's childish and slightly naive, but also still, like, wanting to help. He wants to help anyone he can and, like, keep them dreaming and have fun, pretty much. He'll sacrifice himself if need be to help his friends, and it's legitimately a good-ass movie. Like, it's a very uplifting and fun movie. Like, you feel like the happiness kind of behind it. You feel like, yeah, this was some movie that wanted to have whimsy and all this stuff to it, and it achieves that. Like, it does. Like, it has a character that's extremely likable. It has a character who's naive, but extremely likable. Mr. Beans here. You have all the different magic chocolates that he has, where like it's funny when when he talks about the different ingredients that are mixed in to make them work or fly, like someone to fly, or like a chocolate that makes people dance or feel like they're higher on top of the world. And it makes sense when what ingredients they mix in with it. It's a legitimate great movie. It's really fun, and I highly recommend it. It's I think a movie that I would watch to make me feel better and happier and stuff, because it legit is great.
Small group of people defying the laws of gravity.
It's funny because again they're like, oh, why can he do this? A magician? No, this man is more than a magician. He's a goddamn wizard, and it's great. But yeah, I highly recommend this movie. This is really fun. I really enjoyed it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If your videos I've done, links are on my face, videos. Also, let me say this too, because it is still a cartoony-ass world, but then you have stuff where like Wonka gets I'm sorry, I would say it was ended. But you have stuff like where the cartel has the police chief try to threaten Wonka.
Sell chocolate in this town. You're gonna get more than a bonk on the head.
I love a bonk on the head.
What is with me today?
Like, stuff like that. Even, like, when they try to kill him at one point, it's so overly cartoony, and it's kind of great. But, yeah, I highly recommend this movie. Definitely check it out. Thanks for watching. Check it out. Done. Links are my face. Hopefully enjoy this, and we will. See you later. I want to get that chocolate hat. It's like a work of art because it looks like chocolate. My sister thought it was chocolate. It wasn't.